I decided to start filming this YouTube video about 14 seconds ago, completely unplanned. So we're kick-starting off with an easy run. And when I say easy run, I mean easy run, very easy run, recovery run. Probably about 45 minutes, slow, steady and sexy. To be honest, I don't even actually know if I'll do 45 minutes, I'll just cap it when I start to feel a bit because I feel a bit you know, but if I start to feel even more, then I'll just wrap it, you know what I mean? So 45 minutes, easy, wrapped up, and when I say easy, I mean easy, easy as fuck. Basically just wasn't letting my heart rate go above 140, or if you want a less nerdy version, anytime I felt remotely breathless, I would just slow down to let my heart rate come back down. That was a recovery run, and that was all I was looking for from that. It was just easy mileage to try and get in. Look at the way I'm sitting right now. Really uncomfy, but I just don't know where else to sit my phone. I can't sit like this, but right, let's just sit on this. Is that a bit better? Yeah. So, this YouTube video, like I said, completely unplanned, but I was sitting this morning, watched back my last YouTube video, and I was just like, there needs to be a bit of storyline with my YouTube, with my content, and literally all I'm passionate about, all I care about is my training and my goals. So I'm going to document that, see if it doesn't get as many views, see if it doesn't get as much engagement, if it doesn't gain me as many followers. It's what I do, it's what I love, it's what I'm passionate about. So yeah, I'm just talking about what my goals are, what I've got coming up. I've done a previous video talking about Hyrox and saying that if I didn't achieve a sub 60 pro Hyrox, I was chucking it and I was going to start doing marathon training. And that was the plan. I've still got a marathon booked, Venice Marathon, in the end of October. But after doing Hyrox World Champs, I get such a buzz back for Hyrox, and it just reminded me of the potential that I've got to, I believe, do pretty well with Hyrox. So I also already have Tenerife Hyrox booked as well, pro solo there. So we had Hyrox Tenerife, and we also had the marathon booked as well. So it was kind of like, right, what one am I going to do? What one am I going to patch? So we're going to do Tenerife, see where I'm at. But the thing is, I'm obviously travelling at the moment, so don't have access to a lot of Hyrox gyms. So I'm basically going to be doing a running block as if I'm going to do a running race. So I'm going to do like a half marathon running block basically, but just with the intention of helping my running, so that I can dive and it can hopefully transfer into Hyrox. So that's the plan anyway. Hyrox Tenerife is on the 5th of September, I think. I'll leave Italy on the 25th of July. And where we're going after that, I've got no idea. Probably somewhere in Spain, and just train in Spain until Hyrox Tenerife. That's the plan. Hopefully get somewhere with a decent like Hyrox facility so that closer. I thought that dog was driving that car, but it was sitting in the front seat and I forgot they're on the opposite side. So the plan is just continue to smash my running for the next 7 to 8 weeks, and then when we get like 4 weeks out for Hyrox Tenerife, I'll hopefully be somewhere where I've got access to a Hyrox gym and I can start hitting more Hyrox specific sessions. That's the plan anyway. This YouTube video is just basically going to be about what the next 9 weeks of training is going to look like, how I'm going to be programming my sessions, how I'm going to be eating, how I'm going to be fueling, how I'm going to be recovering, because essentially the next 9 weeks I'm talking to absolutely no cunt. I'm doing absolutely nothing but training. It's all I'm going to be doing. Essentially kind of going to be programming for myself, but also with the help of Gary Crawford, Gary C, he's famously known as. So he's essentially coaching me, but I also kind of like to just shuffle my week about to suit how I'm feeling basically. So I kind of program for myself, but I just like having someone there just to check things over and just make sure that everything's ticking over smoothly and I'm progressing and I'm hitting targets and all that type of stuff, because That's what it's going to take in a running block. You need to be tracking your metrics, you need to be tracking your numbers, you need to be tracking your paces, your zones, your mileage. And yeah, sometimes it can be quite stressful to do on your own, so having a second pair of eyes is always going to help. And I like doing both ends of it. I like doing it for myself, and I also like coaching it as well. It's such a buzz coaching running clients as well. So if you're looking to get started running 5k, 10k, half mara, shout me up. Next 9 weeks, how my life is going to look is just running, increasing my running volume, and then if my running is getting really good and it's feeling really good at High Rocks, Tenerife, then I'm going to go and hit a half marathon race somewhere with a goal, with a target time of 1:13/1:12. That is the goal, that is the target. So this is a bit of an off the cuff YouTube video, no plan, no script, didn't take any notes before this of what I was going to talk about or whatever, but we're just fucking raw dogging it, man. This is as raw as it fucking gets. So might be take the video with a bit more structure, but it's Monday morning. No, it's no Monday morning, but today is Monday. To start the week off, we've just done 45 minutes. Very easy. I had a long run yesterday, which was 12k, and it's just hard in this heat. Honestly, see, trying to hit a decent pace, keep your heart rate low in this fucking heat, it's so hard, man. Your heart rate just spikes so much. So the day was literally just taking it easy as fuck to keep my heart rate as low as possible. I wasn't caring about what pace I was running at, just as long as my heart rate was kept low. And it was essentially like a zone 1/recovery run. So that was all the focus was for the day's session. Then tomorrow, I think we've got 6 times 1 kilometre repeats. So I found a wee route as well. So show you that session. And yeah, home for some food. I'm also getting quite lean as well. Don't know if you can fucking tell, but here we go, man. That is another massive part of the running block as well, is I'm going to lose a bit of weight. And that's again why the next 9 weeks of my life isn't going to be that exciting. I'm not really going to be, since I've been in Italy, I've ate out twice. Do you know what I mean? I've just been making my own meals, but I love this shit. See, just being locked into a fucking training block, man, there is nothing better than when you've just got a goal and you've just got so much passion and fucking drive to want to do anything and everything to achieve that fucking goal. Anything that doesn't align with me achieving what I want to achieve, I'm not fucking doing it. I'm not wasting my time, my energy, my breath on doing it, because it's not going to help me get to where I want to get to achieve that goal, because I know how much that goal is going to fulfill me. So let's fucking get it. And if it sounded too much like a pure big-headed dick, but see, if you're that serious about your goals, it's pretty fucking hard that you're not going to hit them at some point. Might not hit them when you want to hit them, but you will hit them at some point, because you're just going to keep showing up and keep showing up and keep showing up until you fucking get it. I better put my top on. I'm just out in fucking public, just rocking about with the chebs out, man. Right, we're just back, just about to make a yogurt bowl. And it's just been hanging there, right? Do you want to know why running is just, or exercising in general is just the best thing ever? Because see, all day, I have not left this flat today, it is 5:30. And do you want to know why running is the best thing ever? Because I've been sitting moping about all day, just lying on the couch, went to go for a nap, couldn't nap, and I just felt so fucking tired and lethargic all day, sitting on my laptop, doing wee bits here and there. I've come back that run and I feel fucking amazing. That was just a slow, easy run, and I feel like I'm reborn, mate. That's a bit too far, but you know what I mean, I just feel fantastic. I feel amazing. Endorphins are fucking flowing. Check the size of that apple. Life is fucking good, man. Oh shit. I've already had an apple today and all, but I'm just going to have half of this, because that is a big apple. Right, there we go. I also fucked my food shop this morning, because I thought I was leaving tomorrow morning. So I was like, wait, what am I doing? I'm fucking putting the apple in the drawer instead of the fucking knife. thought I was leaving tomorrow morning, so I went and done a food shop this morning and bought just food for the day. Turns out I'm leaving on Wednesday morning, so I need to go back and buy more for tomorrow. So, I'll need to actually sit down at my laptop to actually start breaking down what training and that's going to look like, because I don't just want to spit it out right now and I don't even know what the fuck I'm talking about. But nutrition, I can quickly chat about that because I'm about to eat. So, with my food, right, the way I like to kind of work things is I've got 4 meals that I have throughout the day, right? And that is sourdough and eggs, a yogurt bowl, a bowl of cereal, and then mince and pasta. And I'll just have the meals all the time. And the reason why I have those meals as well is because even if I'm out and about, there will be that I'll be able to get them from just about anywhere as well. Like if I wanted a yogurt bowl, I would jump to the shop and buy a Greek yogurt, a packet of fucking blueberries, fuck them in it and have it. If I wanted sourdough and eggs, you can get that for just about any cafe. If I wanted cereal, I could go and get cereal. If I wanted mince and pasta, I could go and get that as well. So that's the reason why I've got those meals, and it means that even if I'm out and about, out on the bounce, I can still get my meals in. So yeah, there's method to the madness, most definitely. So today so far I've had my sourdough and eggs this morning, first thing. Well, not first thing, it was like 9 o'clock or something. Then I had a bowl of cereal just before my run. Now I'm having this yogurt bowl after my run. And then I'll have my mince and pasta a bit later on. You know what I mean? I know I might sound like an absolute miserable bastard, right? I get such a buzz off, like I said, the thought of like a big training block. Because I feel like where I'm at in my athletic career is I'm like, there's guys that are elite, guys that are really fucking good, guys that are like good, and I'd say I'm just under the guys that are like good. So I'm like nearly up there at the top of the group for discussion, but I'm just not quite there yet. Like nobody really knows who I am in like the fucking Hyrox community, but I fucking love that. I love that I'm going into a race and nobody has a clue who I am. Like I want to be going into this race in Tenerife with people just like, alright mate, how you doing? No having a clue. I want people to be like, oh fuck, that's Sean McCarthy. Because there's certain people, like, if you hear that they're in your start wave or they're in your race, you're like, oh fuck. I mean, I want to be that guy. I want to be that guy. And I will be that guy after Hyrox Tenerife. And also, I just want to make a disclaimer as well, right? I know I've just said, oh, anything that doesn't align with my goal, I'm cutting it out, right? Before you see me out for dinner or something like that, and you're like, oh mate, I thought you were fucking locked in. Like, I will still be going out. I will still be having dinners out and stuff like that. I will have an odd cheat meal or whatever. But 90% of the next 9 weeks, there's got to be no funny business, mate. 90%, and then the odd 10%, I'll be maybe having a wee almond croissant here and there, just to balance my life out. No boozing, no birds, no fuck all, until I get what I want. Here, this looks see how much protein is in this. Protein, 10 grams per 100 grams, probably about 30 grams or something. I reckon that's about 300 grams, which I am absolutely happy with. Right, enough about fucking running for once. It's time to be a real man and go and hit some fucking chest. Pre-gym. Don't know if you can see how full that is. Oh, fuck. Espresso, and then in this we have electrolytes, honey and salt. Ah, that's really nice. Well, that was the only clip I got because you weren't allowed to film in there. Must say that gym is just full of pure rude people. Honestly, the amount of pure looks you get and just how, you know, that way you can tell that you're the only person in that gym that's like bought a day pass. Do you know what I mean? Everyone else knows one another and they were all just like looking at me like, who the fuck's this guy? What is he doing here? Fuck off. Just felt so uneasy the full time. Also got a question if anyone knows the answer to this, right? Does anyone know if tattoos are like a sign of evil or something in Italy? Because see the amount of people I'm walking by, clock eyes with them, I see them like look at my chest or look at my shoulders and then they like draw their eyes off me. It happened the other day with a fucking nun. Yep, a nun. The woman of the Lord, a woman priest or whatever they're classified as. Right? Smiled at her, gave her a nice big smile because, well, she's a nun, they're meant to be nice. And then she's just clocked eyes with me, looked at my chest and then went, as if like, I had the fucking plague or something. As if I'd just cast a spell on her. She was like, So I want to know, is like tattoos like a fucking sign of the devil or something? I'm haunted. Anyway, that was a good session. As you can tell, I'm fucking beefed up. Now I need my dinner. And there you have it. Post-workout meal, pasta, mince. We ran out of sauce. Had like that much sauce. I was like, no. So it tastes a bit fucking dry. Still slaps, but. So this right here is my last meal of the day. Fuck, I've actually got nothing for the morning. But this will be my last big meal. And I always like to eat first thing in the morning. I've got a big session in the morning, so I've got a big day tomorrow, to be honest. We're moving to Lake Garda. Need to be out of here for 11. Haven't even packed my case yet. And I've got a big training session hit in the morning, which I'll take you along to show you that, because that's what this YouTube video is about. This isn't travelling, this isn't vlogging, this is straight up training, mate. So I'll show you the session in the morning. 6 times 1 kilometre intervals. Spicy, mate. Especially when it's fucking 35 degrees. But honestly, see that meal right there? If that isn't in your diet, add it. Takes, well, if you want it to be even quicker, add a packet of rice. I'll put up the sauce, Lloyd Grossman pasta sauce, mince, packet of rice. Wee bit of honey on top of it. Thank me fucking later, brothers. Good morning. Welcome to the quieter streets of Verona. Just about to hit my session for the day, 6 times 1 kilometre. Kinda going to speed this up a wee bit because I want to get started as soon as possible while it's as cool as possible, because it's only going to get hotter. Just done a 1.5k warm up and now just going to do some drills and some strides before. I'm not gonna lie, I just don't feel great for this session. In fact, don't tell yourself that. I feel amazing. I feel fucking amazing. I'm ready to rip it. So, set number 1, let's fucking go. I've also brought my tripod with me that I'm just gonna leave at the side here and just hope it doesn't get fucking bumped. So that's the first prep done. 3:37, that felt hard. All I was thinking about was, how did I hold that for an hour and 17 minutes? We've got a jog recovery between, so try and keep the heart rate up a wee bit, stop it from dropping too much in between the reps. Oh my god, man, I think I might have said it at the start of this video, but sometimes you're the hammer and sometimes you're the nail. Basically meaning what you think it means. Sometimes you feel fucking amazing, so in control, and then sometimes you feel like you're just getting your absolute cunt kicked in. And that's what that felt like. I actually felt decent. I know I said I was fucked, but I could still talk, I could still breathe, I could have kept running. Every rep after that, it was meant to be a jog recovery, and I was walking every one of them. I was fucked. Which is weird as well, because my watch showed up saying +5 performance conditions. I was like, oh fucking bingo man, we're on to a winner here. I also absolutely bonked it on the last one, because I thought rep number 5 was my last rep, so I fucking sent it. I think my 5th rep was like a 325 or something, and then I was just kind of walking about thinking that I was done. I was like, thank fuck. And then it went rep number 6. I was like, ah shit. So not only did I like get caught off guard, so it took me longer to get into my pace, but I was also absolutely fucked from the last rep. But here, whether it was a good session or a bad session, we fucking got it done. That's the main thing. That's what I say to all my clients all the time, like, majority of the time you're probably not going to want to train and not going to want to go to the gym because you maybe had a busy day at work or whatever, but you'll honestly feel better after it, even if it's a terrible session, because you'll feel even worse knowing that you didn't even try and go. Do you know what I mean? You'll be like, fucking should I sweat to the gym, man. Do you know what I mean? So just go. Maybe you've had a long day, maybe you can't be fucked, but you'll still feel better than you do right now for not going, even if it's a shite session. Right, and last of all, how I'm going to be tracking my training week by week and making sure that I'm progressing. I've just recently started doing this. Old school as fuck, but it just allows me to actually stay on top of it and actually be able to see it all. Like, there's been so many times I start writing it in my phone, start keeping note of it, and then I just forget all about it. But with this and writing things down, I just remember much easier. It's the same way I do like my to-do list with work and all that. So it's like very, very simple. Like you can see there, Wednesday, I wrote in my session, 2k easy warm-up, 6 times 1k, and I literally wrote down my splits, my average heart rate and the RPE of the session, so that I can look back on that as well. Like if I hit 6 times 1k in the near future, I can look back at, right, what was my paces, what was my splits, and what was my average heart rate. See, the simplest way to put it, right, to know if you're getting fitter, see if you do a 10k run, right, just a 10k run, doesn't even need to be flat out, it could even be an easy run, and you done a 5-minute pace and your average heart rate was 150, and then you went and done that same 10k run, same pace, same effort level, but your heart rate was lower, then you've gained fitness. Do you know what I mean? So that's why it's just so important to track this simple stuff. I've been doing, like you can see there, that's a big bit of a paragraph. I just kept like a bit of a journal and just wrote down how the session went so that I can also look back at that stuff. I know that this looks pure cringy and a bit over the top, but I kind of want it to be over the top because I've literally went from, I don't know how I've got so far, to be honest. I don't know how I've got to the level I'm at because I've been tracking absolutely nothing. Like I just was hitting all these sessions every week and wasn't actually knowing like what was the purpose for that session, what was the target for that session, had I actually progressed on that? So I didn't really know, do you know what I mean? So now going forward, I need to start tracking this stuff because of the level I want to get to. This is what these guys are doing. So a mixture of tracking my training like this, and then I'm also tracking this as well, and I've been doing this for like the last couple of weeks. I've been doing this for the last like 3 weeks lead up to Hyrox World Champs. So this is just tracking like my recovery data and that. And yeah, that's basically it. So now going forward, I have got an actual running programme. At the start of this, I said I was kind of self-coaching in that, but since that has kind of changed, bought a guy's like kind of one-off marathon plan, and I'm just kind of using that as a structure, tweaking it to suit myself and how I know what sessions suit me, and then also bouncing it off of Gary C as well, because like I said, just having a second opinion, and I trust Gary C's opinion a lot as my coach. So, yeah, that's my training. That's how I'm setting it up. That's how I'm approaching, trying to get faster, better at high rocks, just an all-round better athlete. So, hope you enjoyed this different style of YouTube video. Got to try and spit these out more regularly in between the kind of vlogs. So this is a bit more serious. The vlogs are still going to be there, me just fucking about, just having a laugh, because I still like making them and I still like just having a laugh with them. But also want to show a more serious side as well, with like how serious I am about my training as well, and how dialed I am with it as well, and what I want to achieve with it. So, because the last thing I'd want is to get up to this level and I've not documented a single bit of the process of how I got there. Do you know what I mean? So this is just the process of becoming the fucking best, mate. Mic drop. See you in the next one.